Hello and welcome to another video from me, Rough Swordsman Wargamer. It's an open the box, and this time it's part of a well-known series of games. It is Heroes of the NAM, part of the Lock and Load tactical system and published of course by Lock and Load Publishing. So what's all this about? It's time for a tour of duty in Southeast Asia. Heroes of the NAM is a squad level game with a fast-paced, intense impulse system that drops you right into the middle of furious jungle firefights, ambushes and all-out building-to-building assaults. In battles from 1963 to 1971, from Saigon to Hue. In Heroes of the NAM, a complete game in the Lock and Load tactical series, forces from the armies of the Republic of Vietnam, the United States Army and Marines, as well as their valiant Anzac allies from Australia and New Zealand, take on determined enemies from the North Vietnamese Army and the unpredictable Viet Cong. Powerfully armed squads are at the vanguard of all actions, spurred on by daring leaders and other unique individuals such as snipers, medics, corpsmen, chaplains, advisors, and of course heroes, whose unique skills and sudden appearance can alter the tide of any battle. Helicopters, tanks and armoured personnel carriers also join in the fight. Test your mettle. Welcome to the NAM. Right. Complexity is 5 out of 10. Solitaire suitability is 7 out of 10. Ages 12 plus, players 1 to 2, time 2 to 4 hours. It includes 7 geomorphic 8 1/4 by 12 3/4 inch maps, 5 sheets of 500 plus counters, 1 colour core rule manual, 1 colour module booklet, 27 scenarios, 3 11 by 17 player aid cards, and 2 8 1/2 by 11 player aid cards. And 2d6. Game credits: producers David Heath and Blackwell Hurd, lead game design and development Jeff Lewis, art director Mark von Marshall, counter art David Julian, Nicholas Ascubi and Mark von Marshall. Map art was also done by Mark von Marshall, editor was Jeff Lewis, and the box design Blackwell Hurd. Right. This game I got off the internet, so that it's not shrink wrapped, but it's unpunched and unplayed. So let's open the box. Move it aside. First thing, 2d6. And then we've got these module rules and scenarios. And this comes in at 82 pages. Full colour as always, nice thick stock on the covers, and this gives you the special rules you're going to need for the scenarios. I'll move that down a little bit. There we are. Introduction, claymores, smoke laying, terrain, chaplains, advisors, nurses, and the national characteristics of all the combatants, the American forces, Army of the Republic of Vietnam, North Vietnamese Army, Viet Cong, Anzac, Ontos, victory conditions, scenario information. This is quite handy. They're laid out in date order, but if you're new to the system, it tells you which scenarios are good to start with. So that's helpful. And then we're into the scenarios. Now we've got to be careful. When I did my unboxing of Normandy, Heroes of Normandy, there's hidden information in these scenarios that are only revealed when you spot or occupy certain hexes. So, but there's going to be, how many are there? Yeah, look. All these. So, lots of colour, lots of pictures, order of battle, the maps you are going to use, special scenario rules. Here's the event markers, which will give you the, yes, please don't read any more. Okay, it's really good. So, tons of stuff. Unexpected visitors. Oh. A friend in need is a blooming nuisance. Operation Metal. There's some stuff there. Get carried away. And there we are. Chock-a-block. That's the scenario rules. And then there's the core rules. Now, as you probably know, these have been superseded by the new version 5.1 core rules. But fear not, you can download them for free from the Lock and Load publishing website. You can still play, of course, with these rules, I understand. But when I have a go, I'm going to be using the new 5.1 rules. So, they're not very applicable, but if you want to use these are well written, large font, and easy to read. Next, 5 sheets of counters. Here they are. Here's the first one. Oh, they're popping out. You know what they're like, these Lock and Load counters. They just want to get on the table. So I assume these are, yes, these are the Americans. There's no badge identification on these. I don't know if that's just, they're just generic units. Here's some Marines, I think. And here's the event markers for that secret information. Some markers for situations. Teams, wrecks. Oh, helicopter wreck. And some vehicles there. And the reverse side is shaken normally. Some different things on the back of these though. Ordnance tables. Next. Don't know what the colour coding is for the different sides. Being a newbie to the Vietnam conflict, I'm not sure what is what, but we'll find out. There's snipers, some leaders, some skills here, more wrecks and vehicles. Oh, I'll tell you what, you stay over there. And you don't, you know, that's it. That pops out like that and you're ready to go. No clipping. Although I do like clipping. Buttoned up. There we are. Here's the next one. I can't tell you much about them because I don't know what's what yet. There we are. They do look good though. Acquiring. Next, I think these are the Anzac units. claymores. Mortars, looks good. And the other side. Last sheet is just the admin counters that if you play this series you'll recognise. Fired, melee, shaken, star shells, all that sort of thing. They are bringing out new admin counters, I understand, to not only sort of update them, because I think these have been like this for a while, but also for new situations. But they say fear not when a game comes out with something that you haven't got a counter for. Use anything, cube, anything, just to let you know, or go and get the new counters. There we are, moved on the other side. Tunnels. Ooh, rubble. Upper level. Yeah. Okay. Next are the player aids, and in the 5.1 version of the rules, they have redone some of the player aids. And they suggest you use them, so I'm going to have to print them out because they've sort of revamped the rules. The new player aids will be easier to use, but there we go. So here we've got a sequence of play. Typical units. I think the idea of updating all the player aids and the rules is to make it easier for people to get into the system, which is a good thing. Step reduction. So what you can do is whatever scenario you're playing, you look at the units you have and you can get out the reduced ones ready in case some of the units get reduced. All the ordnance on, that's quite handy, so you don't have to turn over the counter, it's there. So if you're using a T55, that's what's on the back of it. Here's the single-sided turn track and where the casualties go. Some optional stuff there. Optional speed modifiers. Here's the skills reference card. Leaders and heroes, I believe, can have skills, and this will list all the skills that they can have or their explanations. You put the counter on the leader or hero, and this will tell you what they are. Some more there. They have, as I mentioned in the other unboxing video, brought out a smaller version of it, if you like, in a deck of cards, and there are sets for each of the games in the series. So you can just have the card out rather than have the skill reference card around. Problem is, as I said before, they're only available through Wargame Vault. So you order them, they print them and send them to you. So if you're their side of the pond, great. For us over here, a little bit expensive, but there we go. A rules reference card. Bearing in mind that some of these will have been updated and are available at the end of the PDF for the new rules. If you wish to download it to your tablet or whatever, you'll have the new player aid cards to hand. And on the other side, some more rules references. There we are. The last one is with the DFT table, direct fire table, melee table. I think these are the ones that have changed slightly. On the other side, yeah, modifications, ordnance fire table. But having said that, you can use the rules that you get with a game, use these, you're off. And a train effects chart there. Lastly, the maps. And these are all single-sided, I believe. Oh, bit of glare there, sorry. So we just need to Do that. Lots of jungle. Great detail. I like these maps. And also, as I said before, look at that. Small footprint, single map. And they are geomorphic, so you can put two together. And even that's not too bad. Or this way. So it's not going to be a huge footprint. So this one is more jungle. They lay flat as well. Nice cardstock. Here's one with a rice paddy. Hill. Oh, this is more urban. Some buildings by the look of it. They really are good maps. Very impressed with their maps. And the last one. Some more jungly rice paddy fields and things. Great. That's the maps. Oh, just before I go, I want to show you these. These came with it. They are the X maps. So let's have a look at them. Now you don't need these X maps to play the game, of course, but here's the first one. Ooh, look, it's huge. It is on sort of more flimsier card, but that's okay. Bit of plexi under that. And for comparison, here's the one with the game, so you can see much bigger. And that means, of course, the hexes are much bigger. So you can get unit counters side by side rather than having a stack. And the detail is lovely. So, a quick look at those. They're a bit bendy because I've just taken them out of the bag. There we are. Look good. So I'll be using these whenever I can because they just look so good. Here's a jungle one. And the last one. Oh, yeah. The cover actually doubles as another player aid card. I think repeats stuff that's already in the box. And as I mentioned earlier, will probably be superseded by the new player aid cards. But here's another copy if you don't want to use those, and use either the 4.1 or the 5.0 rules. That's the X maps. This has been an Open the Box, an unboxing of Heroes of the NAM, part of the Lock and Load tactical system, published by Lock and Load Publishing. And the X maps. Remember, you don't need these but they are bigger. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, and you haven't done so already, it would be great if you would consider subscribing to the channel, because it really does help. Pushing the like button of the video, the thumbs up, the bell if you want to be informed of other uploads that the channel does. Comment and share. Thank you to my subscribers for putting up with me. Thank you very much. And one last thing, if you want to support the channel a little bit further, you can now by buying me a coffee. It actually doesn't cost much, and all those coffees go towards new content for the channel to upload. So, till next time, as always, you take care and goodbye.